We've just arrived at Lamphey Bishop's Palace. It was basically the holiday home from the bishops of St David's. It's where they came when they were having a break from church business. Most of it was built by Henry de Gower, who was the bishop between 1328 and 1347. And the bishops were quite wealthy, and they used to come here and basically live in luxury. We're going to have a look round. I think there are a few other people here, and see what we can find. So along here seems to be some kind of cloisters. The visitor centre's shut today because it's the winter time. I'm not sure if they charge in the summer to come in, but it would be way too busy anyway. There's still a few people here. Nice arch. According to the information I found, it said that it was quite famed for its gardens. In 1326 it said there were 60 great beasts, but it doesn't specify what they were. Cattle maybe, on the site, plus animals in the parkland. There's a huge amount of acreage of parkland with deer and things. It had 3 orchards, and they grew apples, leeks, cabbages and other produce. They also had vineyards, 2 watermills, a dovecot and a windmill. So we're going to have a look around now. Obviously over there is the main living area. We just have to avoid a few people. The sun isn't great. It's very low in the sky and dazzling. It's surrounded by walls, which I assume would have been a walled garden. That there seems to be I'm not sure, a gatehouse maybe? Not really sure, because I don't think it would be a gatehouse because it's inside the enclosure. Actually, over there's a notice board, so I'm going to walk over there to where the visitor centre is and have a look at the notice board because it might have a map. The red spot shows where we are and the remains of the buildings. And then this shows, the sun's in my eyes, it's hard to see, what it would have looked like. So then you've got De Gower Hall, where the Bishop de Gower would have lived, the chapel, the Western Hall, which is probably banqueting. There's a smaller building that doesn't say what it was, and that looked like a garden, growing stuff. And there's that tower, which I looked at a minute ago, which seems to be the entrance to the walled garden. There's the corn barn, around all along the side of the wall. They stored their grain. That's where the visitor centre is, and there's the main gate, looks like it's in the opposite corner to where we are now, or would have been. There's some other buildings, little houses where there's no sign. And then right along the side was an enormous lake where the fish ponds were. They supposedly had ornamental gardens here too. They made a lot of money from the tenant farmers. There's a little bit of information there. Unfortunately, there's quite a lot of people here now. We thought on such a cold winter day that we'd have it to ourselves. So let's have a walk across and look at the ruins and try and remember what they were on the map. Right, we're going to head across to this gate tower, which looked like it led to the inner area where the vegetable garden probably was. It's got a funny little roof, look. It's obviously an internal room because there's a window and a roofed bit, and then there's like an embellishment on the top. Strange design. Let me just take a picture. Very hard to keep out of the sun. It's quite a big place. I've heard of this but never been here before. I've got a book about important historical gardens in Wales, and this was listed in it. So this probably the carriages would have gone through here. Somebody's lost their bow tie. Oh, it looks like you can go up. You actually can. Oh wow. I didn't think you'd be able to go inside any of it. I thought it was just a ruined shell. So you can go up into this funny little room. Cool. A little bit dark up the stairs. Oh wow, there's even a fireplace in here. It's freezing, but there's a fireplace. This is rather excellent. If you look back across, you can see in that corner was where the main gateway entrance would have been to the compound that we showed on the map. We're going to have a look over there later because there was somebody over there. So this little room, I don't know what it would have been. They've obviously re-roofed it. So it's got windows on 3 sides. Teeny little window here, like an arrow slit. This window looks out onto the main part of the palace where the bishop would have lived. And this looks like, well, there's a fireplace here. It's a good view. I'll take a picture out there after. So either this was a guard tower, they had a fire to keep them warm. It's too small for someone to live in, but then they did live in teeny areas, didn't they, in those days? I've got to do what I always do. Yay! You can actually see right up there. Go and look up the chimney. I'm surprised to see a fireplace. Right, let's go back down the stairs. The birds probably nest in here, I would think. It smells a bit dampy. Go back down and head across to the other buildings. These stairs are so worn from years and years of use. We're going to walk across the, I think might have been the main gatehouse, so that might be in the other room there. There seems to be another bit. This looks like one of the smaller houses or something that was in that map. Very strange old bit there. Oh yeah, here we are at the main gate. So this was the main, yeah, this was the main gate. It's quite narrow, isn't it? Even for horse and carriage, it's pretty narrow. It's freezing. As soon as you get out of the sun, it's deathly cold. That looks like a nice view there. Try and catch it before someone goes over. It looks like you can go through a gateway down to another area. It's a bit muddy. Still quite a bit of ice. Crunchy. Nothing really down there. It looks like there's an interesting spout kind of thing coming out of the wall. Someone is annoyingly filming with a drone, even though I don't think you're actually allowed to here. You know what I'm going to have to do? Because I actually hate being filmed by drones. So it must have been some kind of drainage thing. Seems an odd place to have one. So imagine the other side of that wall is where that massive big lake, which is fish ponds, would have been. And this is the back of the Western Hall, which was, I suppose, the main banqueting hall or meeting hall or whatever they used it for. Looks like you can walk out on the side. I was hoping there'd be some kind of hole in the wall so I could look out and see if there's still a pond over there. You're not supposed to climb on the walls, but I wonder if I could just put my foot up there and see if there's still a lake there. Because I'm not really doing any damage here. Oh, it's just a river, a little stream. So this is obviously all silted up, and at one time all of this would have been completely flooded. I wonder where the watermill and the windmills were. this is the outside. I don't know what they would have done with this area. It's very muddy. The whole thing is right down in a dip. Still a bit of carvings up there. There's like a coat of arms on the edge of that window. To me, anyway.
No. Yeah, it could be, yeah.
Or two coat of arms. You can zoom in, probably not. So this end was obviously de Gower's hall, so this must have been the bit right at the back of that map where he actually lived. That door's been bricked up. There's a chimney. I don't know how far you'll be able to get in it the other side. It's plain now. Going to go in here or around the edge? Go in this little bit first. It's quite dark. You know what I meant to bring was my torch. It's just a recess at that end. This end's a bit brighter. A strange bit at the bottom, like a bit of an arch at the bottom of the wall.
So it was lower down?
Maybe. You've got this weird bit sticking out. Do you think that might have been a fireplace?
May have been.
This might have been a chimney. I think it was. I'm trying to see if there's a chimney on top. That's quite an impressive edifice, isn't it? It's actually getting on my nerves.
Yeah, the shotgun.
You can buy this special type of gun that jams them and makes them crash. I don't mind them. I don't particularly like them being filming where I am without being asked. This is nice. Do you think this would have been where like one of the water wheels would have been? There's steps down there.
Yeah.
What do you reckon that would have been?
I don't know where they got water from, I don't know.
Well, there were two. They said there were two.
Oh, washing.
They said there were two water mills. So we're going to walk through into the main area now. I expected it to have like an open roof or a really high ceiling, and it's actually not what I was thinking it was going to be. It's very echoing cold, a vaulted ceiling. There's some pretty cool stonework on the ceiling. I always wonder how they put those together with the whole lot not coming down. Yeah, it wasn't what I wanted to do. So there's obviously some arches here that would have supported beams or something. There's these all the way along. And chimney. Yeah, chimney. So with this, I've lost already what this bit was. Was this this wasn't the western hall, no, this is where he lived. So we would have had a nice big fireplace there, which you would need. Somebody's graffitied on the wall, this is not drinking water, but there's not actually any water here, which is very odd. I thought this would have an upstairs.
It has, but
You can't get to it.
no door there, straight ahead, blocked up.
Yeah, oh yeah, that might have been a tower stairs or something, mightn't it? Yeah, there might have been a stairway. The flash shows it up nicely. Yeah, there's definitely an upstairs. If you come round here, oh, you can climb up some external stairs. Let's go and look. So maybe they were separate, so maybe you couldn't get upstairs from that part. Maybe you just go up the outside stairs. Oh, that's kind of weird. There's a completely different upstairs. There's a notice board there. So you had stunning views and walls. Oh, there we are. So the bit we just came from, you stored your wine. Oh, that graffiti I saw on the wall, which I said somebody's graffitied the wall, it was left by soldiers in the Second World War. So the bit that says it's not drinking water, God's sake. The bit that said it wasn't drinking water was a Second World War graffiti. And there was me thinking it was more modern. And here's a nice chimney, so this is where the bishop lived. So downstairs was where he kept his wine, which seemed kind of weird to have a fireplace where he kept his wine, didn't it? Because I thought you wanted to keep your wine cool. And here's another fireplace with a really cool round chimney. And this is where he lived and impressed his mates. I don't know what this was over here. View over the stream. That probably would have been flooded. I think this was the toilet.
Probably, yeah.
Right, I'm sure that was the toilet in that corner. Because there's one of those grids that goes down. It is quite impressive when you look at the light shining through the arches. I don't know what all these would have been before. You can see where the roof was fixed.
Another chimney.
Another chimney, yeah. So there's quite a big room. It probably would have been quite warm, wouldn't it? Because you've got the big chimney fire at this end, you've got the big fireplace here. So you've got two chimneys and a toilet. So you probably would have had quite a nice... that probably would have been stairs going up, I reckon.
Yeah, you can see the tower on top.
Yeah.
Looks like you could get
Oh
up there
yeah,
one
it looks like you
time.
might have been able to get up there. Yeah, you can still see the spiral staircase, it's all covered with leaves. Another fireplace. So we had 3 fires in this hall. Yeah, they've all got chimneys, 3 fires in the hallway. The spiral stairs, which you can kind of see, covered in leaves. You can't get into the gated it. And this strange little side room. Oh, this was the toilet. I don't know what that other little one was. Maybe chucked a drink down it or something.
Yeah, big toilet, wasn't it?
Yeah,
No.
it was a 2-person toilet. You could sit on a bench above it. So all the toilet water, which had then gone into the fish pond, where they got their fish. Isn't that a bit gross? And there's a strange little tower on the end, which is the bit we can't get up to anymore. There's quite a lot here. There's actually more here than I expected there to be, considering it's free entry. But as I said, I'm not sure that it is in the summer. Right, let's go back down the stairs. I'm not sure what that bit is, unless there's a notice board inside. It didn't really say what that was on the map. So the building in front of us, directly ahead, is the Western Hall, which is the main hall. This was his house. Don't know what that bit was there. Oh, this would have been the chapel. I remember now. Look at the window. That would have been the chapel. But not much of the chapel remaining. Oh, there's a sign on the wall now, chapel. This is quite cool. Oh, this is the hall. So that's the chapel, but hardly anything left apart from that lovely window. This is the hall, it says somewhere. I just saw there. I just saw a sign saying it's the hall. So this had another floor because the fireplace is halfway up the wall. Another massive. There are a lot of fireplaces. When did the hearth tax start? I know they were loaded, but there was 3 fireplaces just in the other piece. Another little room. Well, I don't know what on earth that would have been. It's storage, I assume. It's very low. Must have been a storage room. I can't see what else you'd use that for. We like the way it's built into the rock. If you look right at the bottom, you can see they're just kind of built on top of the bedrock. That was the drone guy over there. This has got permission for it. Sacristy. I've never known what the sacristy was for. So this is the other hall. I looked at it. It's very muddy.
It's been very wet.
Slippy. I know. We haven't done any videos for months because it has rained solidly for about 2 months. There's a notice board over there. This has been, looks like quite a massive hall. So you think they would have had huge banquets in here or something. I've seen some stairs that you can go up. This would have been 2 floors high, 2 stories.
2 or 3.
3 maybe, because there's a fence up there, so probably 3 stories.
It's hard to imagine it.
Yeah, 3 stories I reckon. There's still very few pieces of ornamentation on the stone.
Looks like one time you could walk up the top there, didn't it?
Yeah. You see that arch there?
Fancy, that must have been a fancy room.
Yeah, you can see just on the corners there's still some carvings. I'm going to go up this staircase because there's nothing here to say you can't. It's quite bright. The stairs are very narrow. My feet are too big for them. Not very big. Guess where it leads? The toilet. Another toilet. Strangely enough, there aren't actually any modern ones here. It looks like it was a walkway, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it carried on, doesn't it?
Yeah. This is another massive toilet.
What a place to keep warm in the winter.
Yeah, well, you only went here to go to the loo, didn't you?
That one, big loo.
It is. It says.
The toilet, isn't it?
Yes. That's what it was called. Garderobe. Or garderobe, not sure which. Yeah, that's what a medieval toilet was called.
Go down there.
You could. Especially if you've been drinking all the wine out of his wine cellar. No wonder it said on the map they had a life of luxury. Loads of fireplaces, massive ones in every room. Plenty of toilets. Loads of food. This doesn't look so great to go down. Imagine if you had been drinking all that wine and you needed to go up these really narrow, steep stairs to go to the toilet.
Coming down would be worse, I think.
Yeah, you might fall on your head. What do you think that was for?
No idea.
Because it's not an opening. Oh, here we are, living in style. It shows what it would have been. He looks quite fat, doesn't he? Sumptuous lifestyle. It says there's cream plaster and a red painted flower. Oh, I can see the flower. Look. The whole hall was decorated with a roaring fire behind you. And that's what it would have looked like, so there were 3 floors. Look at the red painted flower on the plaster in the arch. So if you look up, you should be able to see on this side the red painted flower, which it said the whole hall was decorated in that way. Amazing that has lasted all that time. It said the fireplace would have been behind you. Oh yeah, look. Fireplace would have been on the middle floor. There's another chimney that's broken off, so you had a massive fire. I think it's been quite nice to live here. Most medieval people think it's pretty grim, but this would have been very comfortable. Another one of those strange openings. I think there would have been no windows, look. They've got like the bulged up windows.
God knows that would have been, I don't know.
It looks like a vaulted floor, doesn't it? But those have been bodged up, you can see, so they probably would have been windows and you could sit in there and look out or something. There's another fireplace in the corner. There's a square chimney. Right, let's go back out into the main area. So the whole of this bit on the map would have been all a enclosed garden where it looked like they were growing veg. Oh, look at that up there. The bottom of the chimney. Some fancy work and some fancy stuff on the window arch still. lot of these little funny buildings aren't marked. There's a lot of water dripping down. And there's 3 separate arches. I don't know what any of these would have been. If it was a walled garden, maybe they'd put food in here. So here's that other building, we don't know what it is. It's got 3 arches at one side and there's some stairs going up to the top. This has been redone with a proper concrete floor. And that was the water spout I saw from the outside earlier. I'm not sure what it was. It's quite a substantial building. Don't know what that was. Wouldn't have been a toilet because it would have been inside.
No idea.
It looks like you might have been able to get out. There's another room. That looks like it would have been another room on top. Right. Nice view of the gatehouse. I'll take a picture. Right, let's go back down. So that's the end of our tour of Lamphey Bishop's Palace. I'm glad we visited. There's quite a lot here and there's more than we expected to see. So thank you for watching. Bye.